I can't stop the rain. Here it comes again. Hello, welcome to Music and Stuff with me again, Rob Lewis, and it's Thank Kiss, it's Friday, and it's taken me a while to get to these reviews. So if you've been watching this channel, thank you very much. If you haven't, you're here now. Subscribe, like, comment, please. And I'm not doing these in any particular order, and I was kind of wanted to get these out by the anniversary. Didn't happen, so it was well over a month ago now. Doesn't matter. But this week I am reviewing from 1978 the Peter Criss solo album. And so a little bit of history. I'd only just got into Kiss, was it 92, something like that, and I had a bit of pocket money, went to a record fair in my hometown, and I was looking for some Kiss stuff, and the only Kiss album I found that I could afford was the Peter Criss solo album. So I took it home, listened to it. I thought, bit different, isn't it? And it is a bit different to the Kiss's other albums. The Kiss. Imagine if that was their name, The Kiss. So traditionally, on all of the members of Kiss released a solo album on the same day, September 18th, 1978, and I don't think that's been done before or since by a band. So it's quite a unique thing. But they all credited each other. So you had to Ace, Paul and Gene. This one's different to the others. It has and to Michael Benvenger. I don't know who that is. I'm not going to pretend I know. But there you go. Produced by Vinnie Poncia, who comes into the Kiss story later because he also produced Dynasty and Unmasked. And you can kind of hear the Vinnie Poncia sound on these three albums. Incidentally, both of those albums I haven't done Dynasty yet. But you can, I've done a review of Unmasked. Hopefully it should be up there. So, hang on, got a message from elsewhere. Hello, Holiday Rob here from Croatia. Just want to let you know, if you're enjoying this video, thanks very much for watching, but don't forget to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and of course the alarm notification bell so you know when my videos are coming out. And yeah, if you're interested, I've got social network stuff, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, not Twitter though. And I've also got a Patreon, so you can find me there. It's in the description. Links for everything's in the description. And yeah, I'm going to hand you back again, because otherwise Studio Rob gets frustrated. Wise words indeed. So, here we go. Kicking off with track 1 on side 1. I'm Gonna Love You. It's good. I like it. Solid opener, but very much a different sound to Kiss. And I think that was the problem. It was the worst selling because it was such a detraction from the Kiss sound. But I kind of liked that because he wasn't just doing what Kiss did. So I like that about it. But I'm Gonna Love You was a track that was written for the band that he was in prior to Kiss, called Lips Connection there. So yeah, I'm Gonna Love You, great little rock and roll number, and he played drums on it. He played drums on most of the tracks on the album. I'll tell you the ones that he didn't play drums on. How's that? But yeah, written for his previous band Lips. I'm going to give I'm Gonna Love You 7 out of 10. Yep. I've got to stop doing that. I got told off in one of my videos in the comments for smacking my lips. Track 2, You Matter to Me. Now this So the Peter Criss album, in my view, is kind of in three. It's got three genres. It's got your rock and roll, but not your Kiss type rock and roll. It's got your sort of classic R&B rock and roll. It's got your acoustic ballads, and it's got your disco. And Your Matter to Me is your kind of disco. It's a disco ballad, but it's disco nonetheless. And it always reminds me of the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack, which had come out a year or two before. But yeah, Your Matter to Me, lovely little disco number. One that he also played drums on. It's got that little synth, a little bit. Proper 70s, but I love it, and that's why I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. Track 3, Tossing and Turning. This was a song that on the tour, on the Dynasty tour, Kiss would perform one song from each of the members' solo albums. So for Peter Criss's solo album, this was the song that they played. It was actually a cover from 1961, originally by Bobby Lewis. Sick name, has to be said. And it's a good bit of fun. He played drums on it again. It's a good bit of fun. Tossing and turning. Yeah, R&B style. Can't really knock it. 7 out of 10 for Tossing and Turning. Didn't particularly like how they did it live. It was very fast. I wasn't a fan of when Kiss did it. It was better separate. Track 4, Don't Let Me Down. This is another one of those. It's a ballad, but it's kind of a bit disco. Don't Let Me Down, baby. When I'm on the ground, try to keep my chin up. It's so good. I do not get why people slag this album off. It's Don't Let Me Down. Quality song. Really enjoy it. Played drums on it. It's another one that was written for his original band Lips. But I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. A 9 out of 10 on Peter Criss' solo album. Are you crazy, Lewis? It's alright though. Track 5. That's the kind of sugar Papa likes. That's not the kind of title I like. It was another Lips song. He played drums on it. I did say I was going to tell you the ones he doesn't play drums on, didn't I? It's not for me, this one, really. It's not crap. It's the weakest song of the album, personally. That's the kind of sugar Papa likes. I don't mind the little riff. I'm going to give it 5 out of 10. It is the weakest. But it's not to say it's crap. It's just not as strong as the rest of the album. It's the weakest. And the title's really a bit shit. Sorry, Pete. Track 6, Easy Thing. Now, this is a song that I have recorded a cover of. It's the only song from any of the 4 solo albums that I've recorded a cover of so far. Should be up there. If you click that, it'll take you to it. Kind of not cashing in on, but kind of taking advantage of the success he'd had with Beth and Hard Luck Woman. But Easy Thing, great classic song. One of my favourites from the solo albums, and that's why I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for a Peter Criss solo song. Wow, that's crazy. I love it. I love Easy Thing. I learned to play it many years ago. It was one of the first songs I kind of learned to play. It is just brilliant. I cannot knock it. Absolutely fine record. He didn't play drums on that one. There you go. Maybe that's why, I don't know. But yeah, great song, easy thing. 7, Rock Me Baby. It's kind of middle of the road. It's probably the one that you'd always forget. If you went on like a quiz show and you had to name all 10 tracks, this would be the one you'd be struggling to remember, I think, the title of Rock Me Baby. It just kind of goes in one ear and out the other. But it's alright, it's not crap. It's better than that's the kind of sugar Papa likes, which is why I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. It's quite forgettable. But when it's playing, it's good. Rock Me Baby. Didn't play drums on it. Nor did he play drums on track 8. Kiss the Girl Goodbye. Really masterful song. Use of the acoustic guitar. Beautiful song. Beautiful backing vocals. Beautiful vocals in general. He was the drummer of the band, but Christ, that guy could sing. Yeah. Kiss the Girl Goodbye. 9 out of 10. I almost gave. Oh. Is it? Do you know what? I'm going to go 10 out of 10. I'm going to give it 10 out of 10 for Kiss the Girl Goodbye. Because I can. It's brilliant. I love it. I love the Peter Criss ballads, of which it is one. Then you've got your Hooked on Rock and Roll, track 9. This was a song that he played drums on. It was originally written for Lips, Hooked on Rock and Roll, about I was vaccinated by a little needle and now I'm hooked on rock and roll. Nice little fun R&B track about being hooked on rock and roll and having injections to try and get off, going to the doctor and that kind of thing. I think Bon Jovi did a similar thing years later on the Keep the Faith album. What was that track? I can't think what it was called now. A similar thing. But yeah, Hooked on Rock and Roll. 7 out of 10, I think. It's a good little track. Then you get to track 10. I Can't Stop the Rain. That's one that he didn't play drums on. Starts off with the piano, New York at the start. Unbelievable. It's a superb song. Could have been a single. 10 out of 10 for I Can't Stop the Rain. The Peter Criss solo album for me has got 3 songs with 10 out of 10. and a 9er. Yeah, just a great ballad. Can't fault it. I cannot fault this album. The lowest score is a 5. There's no 6s and 3 7s. But it is a great album. Now, I don't need to misunderstand me here. Let's put it there. I don't need to misunderstand. It's a great album. But is it a great Kiss album? No. It's not. And I think that's a big part of the problem. It is a great album, but it's not a great Kiss album. But it's generally Kiss fans that buy it. The mainstream public wouldn't have listened to it because it was a Kiss album, but it's not a Kiss album. And I think that's the issue with it. Kiss fans expected it to be like Kiss, and non-Kiss fans weren't interested because it was a Kiss album. It's a fine album in its own right, but under the Kiss banner, it's too different, and I honestly believe that's why it was so negatively received. And a different packaging, I think it could have been a great album, as in, you know, greatly recognised. Yawning again. It's this light. When I sit here and do these videos in this light, it makes me yawn. Yeah, great album, just not a great Kiss album. But yeah, so that said, I am giving the Peter Criss 1978 solo album an 8 out of 10. Eat that, people that don't like it. I don't know who that was directed at. So who shall I do next? I've got Ace, Paul and Gene to do next. I don't know, it'll be one of those three of the solo albums. I'll work through them all in succession. But yeah, Peter Criss solo album, 8 out of 10. It's a great album, just not a great Kiss album. I think that's the most honest thing I can say about it. Still, thanks very much for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Don't forget to do the liking. Yeah, you know, if you're watching this on your phone, you just press that like button. It makes no difference to your life, but it can make a big difference to mine. It can make a bit of difference between only you watching it and 100 other people watching it. So really appreciate it if you could do that. Put a comment if you like. Let me know what you think of the album. I don't need to see your favourite, you know, your ranking of the solo albums. If you want to do that, I've also got a video out up there that's ranking the solo albums. This is more of an in-depth thing on looking at them individually. But you feel free to comment on that one. But just let me know what you think about the Peter Criss solo album in the comments here. And yeah, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Catch you later, Bill and Ted. What it is I need is like a 20-second clip that I can put at the end of each video. You know how other YouTubers do it? Whether I have at the end of a video like 4 things on the screen, it's, you know, like and subscribe, that kind of stuff. I just need something like that, but I don't know what to put.